Hi guys, just a couple words about chapter one, the terminology. So you can see the document there, the lecture that's got all those definitions, and I try to provide a lot of examples throughout so you get an idea, better idea of those definitions. So what am I going to say? So of course, chapter one is different than every other chapter, right? It has to be the first chapter that's the different one. Okay, so this lecture is not the norm. Usually, you'll see me here with a piece of paper, and I'll be, you know, working through problems, and you'll get a lecture document, and then we'll kind of read it together, and we'll get to a problem, and you'll see, me doing it on the page. But that's not the case for the terminology, and I'm most definitely not going to film a video of me just reading you a bunch of definitions. That you wouldn't learn anything from that. You wouldn't get anything out of it. So instead, what you're going to do is answer the chapter one questions. So be reading the terms, but at the same time, kind of, be reading the questions. You don't have to read through all the terms and then go to the questions. Also, don't just dive right into the questions and start hunting for answers because you might miss some things. There might be certain things that I maybe don't uh, specifically ask about, and you don't want to miss that. So, be reading through the terminology and be like, okay, what's the first question? And then kind of be reading through, all right, you're going to learn these terms by answering the questions. That's a far more effective way and just more interesting way of learning these terms is by answering the questions. Now, that said, you might think, oh, these questions is going to be easy. Well, that's not the case either. Some of them might be pretty straightforward to you, but some of these terms are gonna be tricky. And is it this one or this one? And it might not be all that clear. Okay, that's okay. That we struggle. That's how we learn. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Just answer the best you can. So some of them might be really straightforward to you, other ones not so much. So answer the best you can, and then you'll submit it by the due date that you see there. After you submit it, then shortly after that, I'm going to post an answer key. So you'll be able to see. This is going to go towards your chapter one homework points. So there will be chapter one homework posted there in Canvas as well very shortly. And so just know this is going towards that. But when you get to things that are tricky, just answer to the best of your ability. And you might get it wrong, and you might get several of these wrong. Do the best you can, um, and I will be able to see that. And I'm not going to grade this very harshly, which is not the norm either. But this one, I expect people to struggle with it. And then, hey, that's why we have office hours. So come, at 1:30 on hopefully this Thursday, we'll have our first office hour session. Come then, we can talk about some of these. And then, of course, you'll see the answer key after the fact as well. So good luck with that. And welcome to statistics.